In this lesson, we'll review a math question from the problem-solving section. We're on page 970, question 20. Out of 20, we know this is a difficult problem. If k is a positive integer, which of the following must represent an even integer that is twice the value of an odd integer? We know this is a difficult problem, and I think a lot of students attempt to solve this algebraically, and that's a viable method. However, there's a time constraint, and I think a lot of students spend too much time, even though it's the last one, maybe you've skipped some problems. I'm a huge advocate on these types of problems with variables, lots of abstract terms, the choices have variables, substituting a value to make it more concrete. I think you'll work more efficiently, and everyone works better in concrete terms versus abstract terms. So what do I mean by that? Let's substitute a value if k is a positive integer. Unless there's some constraint, just pick 2. 1 is not a great number to pick, just keep that in mind. But other than that, just 2 is perfectly fine. So we're going to pick 2. We're going to test k is 2 in the answer choices. And what are we looking for? We want the result to be an even integer that is twice the value of an odd integer. So let's start with k is 2, and we just plug it in. So 2 times k is 4. That is even, but it's twice the value of another even, and so that does not work. So remember, we're just putting in a value and testing it. All right, let's try B. Same 2 as our k, and we get 4 plus 3, and that's 7, and 7's not even, so it's just discounted automatically. C, 2 times 2, that's 4, plus 4 is 8. 8 is even, but it's twice the value of another even, 4. We want an odd. So that's out. Let's try D. Here we have 4 plus 1 is 9, which is not even. And the last one, we end up with 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 is an even integer. That's twice the value of an odd. So this makes it much more manageable by putting in values. Now, one sort of caveat. Let's say you didn't pick k as 2. Now, we sort of got lucky, meaning we tried one value and everyone was eliminated except for one. That's the right choice, E. But if you had picked another value like 3, you would have ended up with a couple that work, or another number. So keep this in mind. If you're using this method and you pick, let's say 3, and you got a couple right ones, then the ones that don't work are eliminated automatically. But the ones that did work, what you want to do is pick another number and then just test the ones that came out positive, and you'll solve it after 2 for certain. But here we sort of got lucky. It was just 1, and I think it's a much more manageable technique here, thinking about putting in values to make these problems more concrete. All right, the answer here is E. See you next time. Thanks for watching.